Happiness, and welcome back to the Boot Studio. This is the Happiness Carpenter coming to you from California, US of A. And I've been getting a lot of, or several, questions about the progress on my Dievier, 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 that's how the owner told me that you pronounce it, Nomad Heritage boot in the Ember leather. This is my dome pair of boots, and I think one of the guys was telling me that Weston K, Mr. Rosanville, just reviewed some. I didn't watch all of that video, but I know that he was talking about that that I had done reviews on Dievier boots, and he was wondering how to pronounce it too. Mr. Rosanville, it is Dievier. And thank you for the love. I enjoy watching your videos. As a matter of fact, before I became a YouTuber and before I knew much about YouTube at all, Rosanville was the first channel that I ever subscribed to because I was so interested in seeing the inside of boots and that take on cutting the boots in half. I just love that segment. When he gets into the sneakers and other stuff, it kind of loses me. But when he does the boots, man, I'm all into that. And people go back and forth about what his opinion is or if he's getting paid or this or that. And I don't care because once I see what's inside the boot, I know. So that's why I like that part. So thanks for the shout out, Rosanville. And here are my Nomad Heritage composite toe in Ember. Okay, I have had them. This is probably almost 50 wears, which I think is somewhere between 400 or 500 hours on these things. And the only thing I've done, I put my, they come with some really nice insoles. I think they're the same insoles that they put in their dressier boots, and they just weren't enough shock absorption for me. So I swapped those out and put in my Red Wing moldable insoles. That's the only thing that I've done with these at all. I mink oiled them one time. After it rained one time, and I had rubbed a lot of the finish off of the leather in places, and I mink oiled them one time. I'm probably going to mink oil them again today because it is raining here in California the last week or so. I want to say about these that this let me get my magnifying glass. The sole that they got is what Daniel, one of the owners, told me is that this is the best wedge kind of sole that they could get that was made in Mexico. And it says Huflex, Huflex, and I kind of got it real dirty there. I don't know what that other part says on that. But this Huflex sole that they got, this thing, look, I got a lot of heel drag. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm not getting much heel drag out of it yet after almost 500 hours. And the toe isn't too bad. There's the bottom of it. It's really soft and cushy. I mean, it is, I don't know if you can see my fingers digging in, but it's actually more comfortable for me than the Thorogood wedge sole and the Red Wing wedge sole, or the Vibram for that matter. And this is wearing way slower than the Red Wing wedges for me. And I'm getting good traction so far. Haven't slipped at all in the rain or the wet conditions. I have done about, I think, 4 days under 2 different houses, and crawling underneath the house is the thing that tears the boots up. Yeah, these are my dome boots, and I am not trying to patina them. I am not trying to put wear on them, but I try to be careful with all my boots, and but I just don't have any choice because I'm doing general construction. So on my knees on concrete, crawling, with my toes pushing and digging in under a house. And then if I'm squatting on a roof, an asphalt style roof, it kind of does a lot of grinding on those. So all I do, and what I did last night, is I just took like a Lysol disinfectant wipe and I wipe them down once every couple weeks. You see all the wear coming onto that toe right there? It's a good boot. Sorry. For me, there was no break-in, no discomfort. They're really soft and supple. They're lined with a nice caramel colored, really soft leather on the inside. They still smell like a leather shop or something. They, for some reason, I don't know. I mean, I don't have super smelly feet, but I haven't gotten any odor out of these. And I take off my boots in the garage just for that reason. I don't want them sitting stinking up the house or anything. One of the things on this boot that I really, really like is there's this little flap right here where the quarter and the vamp meet. They have just a little square flap right there, and it's sewn over. That is really nice. And it strengthens it a lot. And that's one of the areas where you can have, you know, some rippage of the tongue and the mock and the vamp and the quarter all coming together right there. So that is my Dome Dievier Nomad Heritage Composite Toe and Ember boot. That's my quick review for you on what's happening. See a little bit of wear on the toe, a little bit of wear on the heel there. But I like them. You know, for a 6-inch mock toe, you know, I like them better than the Ashby. That's the only, these are, the company is out of San Diego, California, 2 young entrepreneurs. They are made in León, Mexico. I am going to be making a trip to León, to some of these places, probably in February or March. And I may visit their workshop, but they're 100% in North America. And the, you know, Red Wing, the only Red Wing mock, and I love a mock toe. I love the style. It's what I was wearing when I was a little kid, backpacking and stuff. And the Red Wing doesn't have a steel toe mock anymore. What they have is the Ashby, which is the Irish Setter, which this one's super comfortable like the Irish Setter. The Irish Setter has the padded collar, which I don't like because for some reason the leather of the vinyl on the padded collar seems to start deteriorating. And I don't know why, but the Ashbys just started wearing more. They just feel like I can lace these up tight and they feel good on my feet. They don't feel super tight. I don't have pinky toe rub. I went down a half size. My Brannock is 10.5. It's 10.25. 1 foot is 10 and 1 foot is 10.25. So I buy 10.5. That's my usual purchase size for almost everything. You know, I'll go down in John Lofgren's, down in White's, down in Iron Rangers. But these I got in a 10, and they fit me perfectly. So I went a half size down, actually. You can talk to them about that before you purchase. But they feel, when I lace them up, they feel snug on my foot and my ankle. But I don't have that slipper feeling like I feel in the Ashbys. Like I'm wearing like house shoes. I mean, that's super comfortable. It's like you're walking around in balloons, but they just don't. When you have that slipper feeling, it doesn't make your foot and your ankle feel secure. And I have the same problem in Thorogoods. Most Thorogoods are lined. I had the lined ones a couple times. I stayed away from those. I tried to get just the leather ones. And Thorogood tumbles the leather to make it nice and soft. I don't know that that's actually good to do. I like to start out with a stiff leather. This is not a super stiff leather. It was way stiffer when I started, but it's probably like in the middle between the Thorogood leather and the Red Wing leather. And so what it does is it gives you almost no break-in, but it also grabs your foot and your ankle. So you see what's going on with the Dievier boot now. Happiness and love from the Carpenter. I just want to talk to you today about your place in this world and this planet, and what are you good for? You know, are you being a good person? Are you making, when you leave, is the world going to be a better place? I certainly hope it is because of me. If you're good to yourself, that's not being a good person. That's just being selfish. To be a good person, you got to be good to others. And sometimes you got to reach beyond your own family. Please, yes, gentlemen, your first responsibility is to your wife and your children, your elderly parents. I am not asking you to be there for people that are abusive of you. People that have helped you, that need help, you need to help. And that really is only helping yourself as well. So maybe there's somebody in your neighborhood, maybe on your way to work that you drive by every day. And, you know, giving money to homeless people or people on the street sometimes can feel weird because you don't know whether they're just going to go get booze or drugs or whatnot. But maybe you could take a jacket or a blanket or a bag of groceries to someone that you know is just struggling. If there's old people on your street or your block, I said this during all the storms back east, is that maybe you can check on the old people. Just let them know. If you got elderly neighbors, say, hey, look, I don't want you on a ladder changing a light bulb. I don't want you picking up anything heavy. If you have something like that, just here's my number. Please contact me. I'll come over and do that for you. I don't want you to get hurt doing that. As I grow older, my balance goes more and more, and sometimes I'll be on the top of the ladder and just do that, and I'm like, where did that come from? Like, my equilibrium's getting weird. So a lot of people need help. Maybe you can be the helper. Maybe you can feel like every day, like this planet Earth, this race, the human race, is better because you're here. And I think it probably is. But you might want to check yourself if you're only doing good to yourself, and maybe you're not littering, you're conscious of the environment and everything, and that's good. But reducing your carbon footprint is great, but it's still your carbon footprint. So you can help other people to make their lives better, to somehow go out, pick up trash, clean up, help people, homeless people, just somehow do something that makes you feel like you are making this world a better place, and you will have a better day, and it will increase your happiness. It really is a selfish act, because when you do good to others, it feels good to you, and feeling good is what we want. So happiness and joy. Pick up some composite toe Dievier work boots. You won't be disappointed for the price range. I think they're like $180 or something. For that price range, you can't beat it with a stick. So pick up some Dievier composite toe boots, and maybe pick up on helping people that you need, that are safe for you to be around. Helping people that need you, that are safe for you to be around. Happiness and joy, peace and love this holiday season from the Carpenter. I know it's a difficult time. I know there's a lot of depression for some. You think about the past, ones that have come before you and gone. And I think that in line with that kind of depression, if you get out of your house, get out of your room, and go do something. Walk down your street, just pick up garbage. It's a good thing, man. You do that, you're a credit to the human race, and you're a credit to this earth. Walk down your block and just pick up a bag of garbage. Do something like that. I guarantee you it'll make you feel happier. Peace and love. Bye-bye now.